everyone, Katie Petite here from KatiePetiteDesigns.com, and I've had a lot of questions lately in my customer service asking how to get started with Layer Works. So I thought I'd do a quick little tutorial for you and show you the way I like to work with Layer Works and how to get started. So first I'm going to open Layer Works number 2176 as my sample page to show you. And it's a multi-photo template and lots of different things going on. So we're going to touch on a few different things to do here. Okay, so when you open up your Layer Works template, you look at your layers palette here, you're going to see all the different elements that are used in this template. And when you're using a template, you can easily turn off a layer. So like, for instance, if you don't want blueberries in your page, all you have to do is turn it off. And if you don't like the butterfly, you turn it off. You can also select each of those items and move them somewhere else. If something is in the way of an important part of your photo, you can simply move it. It's that easy. Okay, so let's see here. We've got 6 photo spots. You can see them all here for this template. And that's where we're going to start, is with the photos. So I'm going to go here to this one in the bottom, and I'm going to open one of the photos I've imported. Whoops, I went to the wrong thing. Here we go. I am going to choose one of the photos here. There, I like that one. This is my husband and I when we were at the beach, because this is a beach page or template. So rather than totally alter it, I'm just going to go with a beach theme. So I'm taking it and positioning it, grabbing the corner. You can see the arrows allow me to rotate it. And that's what I like here. I'm actually going to adjust this one a little bit. Image adjustment and curves. And I always grab where it is highest in the curve here, except for at the extreme ends. And I'm going to kind of lighten it a little bit. That'll help it print better on my printer and will help it look better. But you can see some of the photo is hanging over the edge, and this is our clipping mask over here for the photo. So I'm just going to go up and I'm going to say create clipping mask, and it's going to clip it. See, it got rid of all that extra, and it clips it right to that clipping mask. So I'm just going to go through here and repeat each step to have each photo filled in. You know what, that one might be better for let's go with this photo. So I'm going to drag him over here. I'm going to scale it. All I'm doing is grabbing the corners and dragging in. And grab a corner, kind of rotate it. And then again, I'm going to go up here, create clipping mask, and you can be sure that you're doing the right photo by, before you import it, click on the space that you are looking for and then Command O to open a new photo. And let's see, what do I have here? Lots of the hotel that we stayed at. One of my favorites, in case you're wondering, it's in Bethany Beach. So if you ever get over to Delaware, highly recommend the Marriott over at Bethany. Really a nice place to stay. And we generally go off season because it's a little bit more affordable then. Okay, so I've got that photo positioned there. Again, up to the menu from the layer palette, and I'm going to say create clipping mask. And I'm using Control to click on the photo, and that is a faster way to get to the photo layer. And then a Command and Open to again see my photos. And it looks like maybe I should have brought in more of a variety of photos, because they're a lot the same, but that's okay. Just for this example, this is going to show you a great way to get started with any Layer Works. And what I'm showing you here can easily be adapted for any other template. I'm going to pull that over a little bit because I like the light post in it. Again, I'm going to go to adjusting the curves. And one thing I'm going to try, not sure it's going to work on this one, but we're going to try it. I'm going to adjust some white balance because that white looks a little blue. So when you have the curves up, if you go to this white eyedropper and then you click on what is supposed to be white. Whoa, and that really brightened it up. A little too much, but I'm going to say okay. Then you can go Shift Command F and fade that effect. So I'm going to just bring it down a little bit. Okay, so I like that a little bit better. And I think that was a good improvement. And now I'm going to create the clipping mask for that photo. Again, I'm going to Control click on the item I want, select photo, and if you notice, it shows all of these items. So they're all in the same spot, but these are the layers underneath. So that is another way to be able to grab items that are stacked underneath easier. And Command O, I almost said 0, to open it up. And let's find another photo. Let's go with this one. And I'm going to click and drag it. And I'm going to turn it to rotate it the same angle. I like to line up the guides with the photo frame. And that's how I know I'm getting it to the approximately correct angle. And I'm going to just position it there. Go up to the menu again and create clipping mask. And now I just have one more photo to place. And Command O. We'll open this one more time. I'm going to go with this one. And I'm going to drag it in. I'm going to grab the side rails to scale it down. And also you see that angled arrow. So now I can kind of line it all up. You see I'm lining up the edge of the frame with the edge of my photo. And I want more of these umbrellas in there. So I'm going to leave it like that. And I'm going to say create clipping mask. And now, simple as that, all of the photos are in position. Okay, the next thing you want to think about is your journaling. If you take the text tool and click where you see the journaling, you can click and just highlight it and add your date here. And you can also do that down here. Now, if you don't want to add journaling or you don't have something to say, just turn off that layer and you're good. Got pretty much everything in position. The other thing we want to do is add a background paper. All the Layer Works templates and all templates in the store pretty much come with a solid color background that is not textured or anything like a paper. So you want to add a background paper. And for this one, I'm going to add the Nature Study Solid because I like the watery vibe of this background paper. It goes with the ocean theme, and I just like the way it looks. So I'm bringing that in and positioning it here on my paper. But if you notice that blue isn't quite the blue I want. So I'm going to go up and go to Image, Adjust, Hue, Saturation. And I'm going to bring the slider more blue. It was leaning more green. And I'm going to pump up my saturation. So again, a little bit more blue, just kind of tweak it a little bit until you get what you're happy with. And I'm happy with that blue. But now when I look at the page, this title here in the sand color, I'm really losing it. I want it to pop off more. So using Control, I'm going to click and grab that word art. I'm going to go to the foreground color and click on one of the deeper blues and say OK. And then I'm going to hold down Shift, Option, and Delete. And that's going to fill that word art with that color. And I really like the way that the page pops up a little bit more with the title in that color. So you can take it further, you can move things around, there's a lot more you can do, but this basically gives you a good introduction on how to use a Layer Works template and how to get started. Now, one last thing, when you're finished with your page, you always want to go up here and do a Save As, okay? So you don't want to overwrite the template in case you want to use the template for something else. So I always suggest using your name and titling it where you went, and then I actually save my layouts by dates. So I have a folder for each year, and then within that year, I date the events that I'm scrapbooking. But for this one, I'm just going to call it Bethany and save it. And then after I've saved it, then I want to do another Save As and save it as a JPEG. Because a JPEG is what you're going to print from, it's what you're going to upload to a photo service, and it's also what you're going to use to edit in case you want to share your page online. So I go to Open, I grab that JPEG, and for the gallery at katiepertittedesigns.com, things should be 1,000 pixels. So I'm going to save this as 1,000 pixels and say OK. Then I'm going to go to Save As so that I'm not overwriting my original. And I always add a PREV to stand for preview. And I save my file like that. So simple as that. You've got your layout, your full-size JPEG, and your preview for sharing, all ready to go. And it was really very simple with the Layer Works templates. So I hope that you have found this helpful and you've enjoyed this tutorial. So remember to please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get notified the next time I have a video to share. All right, everyone. Thanks so much, and I'll see you at katiepertittedesigns.com. Bye now.